Alright, here is a quick guide to build this mini Millennium Falcon. One note, the interiors are kind of buggy right now. When you first build this, you may or may not have the correct hallway configuration, or rather the doorway leading to the hallways from the loading bay. Mine eventually sorted itself out, uh, so you might want to hold off on decorating the inside until things get patched or your ship's interior gets a little better. But we'll go over that when we look at the interior. So let's just copy this. We'll do a quick build. I'm going to create a new Corvette. We're going to start with landing gear. We're going to do one in the front, two like so. Let's grab some thrust. And again, I'm going to go with 3 for no reason other than I liked it. Let's do ambassador class. Let's get a hab. We'll go 1, 2, ambassador class hallway 1, and like so. And Thunderbird class landing bay, boom. Now the hope is that in between here and here there'll be a doorway, and in between here and here there'll be a doorway. I'm going to do the Thunderbird cockpit. I just like this one the best. Any cockpit, whichever one you like, doesn't matter. Let's get our reactors. So at the back, I'm going to go Zenith in the middle. You can go there, you can go there, and you can go right on top. We're going to get our... We may as well do thrusters. Now, I'm changing this up from the original design I posted to Reddit. I think thrusters straight across the back just looks a little more Millennium Falcon. Initially, my original build didn't have this reactor, and I had one of these up there instead. And that looked cool too. Like, you know, it's your ship. You're not Han Solo. You're a filthy interloper. Do whatever you want. We need some additional structure, and I went with 2 of those. That was the bolted joint. I did industrial joint behind that. Up front, we are going to do Speedbird fairing on the sides here, facing out. Firebox scowling right here. The Arcadia blades for the front. And upside down as well. You could probably do almost any fairing underneath here. Those will line up just nice. And we're going to pop Speedbird at the back. Right there. Now to get that nice round caboose, let's start on the sides. Do one of those. And on the bottom, Speedbird dome section. Like that. Like that. And we'll just round it all the way around. Like that. And last one. This does actually look good with another Speedbird nacelle on this side. But like that's a pretty cool look for a ship. Kind of ruins the asymmetry of it though, so I went with the hard frame diffuser right there. That just keeps that side asymmetrical. The last thing is the radar dome. Slides right in there. Should have no problem snapping it down. It snaps all over the place. You don't want it raised up like that. You want it kind of sunken in, like so. Good, good, good. That's pretty much it. I went in and detailed with satellite here. It will not actually make contact, and we are not going to talk about it. You got antennas. Do one of those maybe there. You could do a cargo link, because why not? All kinds of fun stuff. Air purifier was the last one I put on. Mostly just because it looks like a random stack of greebles. Last thing you need before you can finalize the ship is weapons. So I went with photon cannon under here. That's good. And I went with a torpedo launcher right on the side there. I don't use a phase beam array. I just never use it, so no point in putting it on my ship. And that's it. Slightly modified to what was originally posted, but I like the improvements. I'm going to stick with this on my main. Boom. Okay. So this is what you want. We're going to close this off eventually with a refiner, some storage. Let's see if it's bugged. Yeah. See how it's snapping in place, but it's a good 2 feet off the ground. So I'm not going to bother actually putting this stuff in because it's just not going to work. Maybe it'll work later. My actual ship figured itself out eventually. Let's maybe just go look at my actual ship, and I'll show you what I've done with my interior. So we got our refiner, big pile of monitors, this decoration, storage, sleeping quarters. Even see here, this is still, the netting is kind of like bugging from the wall into the what should be a clean bed situation. And we've got our galley, little kitchen, the med, what is it, a med pod, med bay, multi-tool, yeah. So there we go. This is the mini Millennium Falcon.